Shabbat Shalom. I try usually to teach Torah that resonates with everyone in the sanctuary. You'll have to excuse me this morning because I'm really teaching Torah to Kayla, and feel free to listen. Kayla, you spoke when you taught us words of Torah about your mitzvah project, about collecting goods for the Child Life Room at Cooperman Barnabas Medical Center. Clearly, you remember some of your first grade year. Hopefully not a lot of it. For Mom and me, it was a tumultuous year. You were in and out of the hospital, first with an autoimmune condition, then a kidney condition that led to you going through rounds of chemotherapy in order to reduce the inflammation in your kidneys. We'd sit in that Child Life Room for hours at a time during your chemo infusions. Your classmates made you a blanket just in case you got colds, which sometimes you did. As a first grader, all you were worried about was whether or not your hair would fall out, but you didn't. And Mom and I thank God every day that you were healthy. I remember sitting in that Child Life Room as you were coloring our project after our project to pass the time, and I'd sit there silently looking at you, and in my head, I was bargaining with God. I was making a deal to give me all of your pain, to take away any discomfort you were feeling, whatever pain you had, give it to me. A hypothetical deal, but a deal that I would suffer so that you didn't have to. Because that's what it means to be a parent. I didn't appreciate that as a kid. I didn't appreciate the great lengths that Saba and Safta went through to make sure I was healthy and safe, or that Nana and Papi Carlos went through to make sure your mom was healthy and safe. But the minute I became a parent and the minute I saw you in pain, all I wanted to do was take it away. You just taught us from Parashat Vayera, and you were so excited when you found out that this was going to be your Torah portion because it was Mom's bat mitzvah Torah portion. And you taught us beautifully this morning. But when I found out, I cringed. I cringed because within this parsha, we experience this defining aspect of the narrative of our people, a test and testament of faith that is supposedly so important that we read it on Rosh Hashanah. The binding of Isaac, when Abraham is willing to sacrifice his own child. And as I was sitting in that Child Life Room, bargaining in my head with God, thinking about this text, I don't get it. I don't get the lesson that Torah is trying to teach us, whether it's meant to be historical fact or allegory. I don't understand how a parent could ever willingly do that to their child. And I don't understand how somebody who was so willing to argue with God for strangers in a city that he didn't know, wasn't willing to do anything for their own family. And I refuse to accept any understanding of faith where anyone would knowingly put their own children in harm's way. Kayla, I think about the Torah I want you to grasp, the tree of life I want you to cling to, and it's not that. It's not the idea of a parent willing to sacrifice their child as a statement of faith. It's the opposite. The Torah that I want you to hold on to with friends and family and community here is the Torah in which we will always be there for you. Torah is about community. Torah is about family. Torah is about connecting with each other. The Torah that we will sacrifice ourselves for your own well-being. Becoming a bat mitzvah means taking responsibility for your actions. But up until this point, tradition tells us that whatever you did was not your fault, it was on us, and now it's solely your responsibility. Except that's not true. And it will never be true. Because we promise to always be there for you. And I know becoming bat mitzvah is a desire to be more independent, often more independent than you're ready to be, often more independent than I'm ready for you to be. But we'll still be there, even when you don't want us to be. And that's the Torah that I want us all to remember today and every day. Ultimately, I believe that Abraham failed his test. He didn't question God. He didn't push back on God. He wasn't willing to stick up for, support, or be there for his child. The Torah I want you to remember is one in which we'll always be there for you, a test that we will always strive to pass. And I promise to take a step back, to give you more opportunities to be you, and less expectations to do what I want you to do. But we'll continue to be there as parents are for their children, to watch over you, to keep you safe, to do whatever we can to take away your pain. Come here. Let's see if you understand this blessing I'm about to give you, okay? My blessing for you. Don't read it.
Oh,
Just listen.
sorry.
Let's see if you understand. Kayla, as you record the many albums of your life, I hope you'll always be proud of your name. Although life is scary and full of darkness at times, may you always be brave. May you always be fearless. Always stand up for the downtrodden. Be a voice for the voiceless. Speak up and speak now. May the artist in you always embrace the palette of colors and the beauty of God's creation, all the pinks and purples and whites and red. May you appreciate the shoulders that you stand on, and may your past be just as much a part of you as the present. May 1989 be just as important as 2023. May you be a disciple of Aaron and always be a lover of peace and pursue it. May the Torah of our tradition be more than just folklore. May the ethics and values that we teach you be a guide for you to live by from this day and forevermore. Never stop dreaming, for a dream is 1/60th of prophecy. And never stop making those dreams a reality. May the dreams of midnights inspire you when you are awake, for we cannot wait to experience this next era of life with you as a bat mitzvah. We love you, l'chaim, to life, Kayla's version. Love you.